The long-awaited matchup is finally here as tonight the Jefferson Indians and the Menlo Knights square off at Skyline College to determine the CCS Division II North Championship. The Jefferson Indians are the defending CCS champions. Last year they won it before they were relegated to Division II. This year, Menlo, always looking to defeat the bigger schools, has something to prove tonight. Jefferson comes in ranked first unanimously in the CCS in the Peninsula Times-Tribune coaches poll. Menlo's ranked sixth in the same poll. Jefferson 28-0 coming in tonight. Menlo 27-3. Jefferson the champions of the North Peninsula and Menlo the champions of the Peninsula League. The only common opponents they've had this year are Fremont and Woodside. And in the Fremont Sunnyvale tournament back in December, Jefferson won it, defeating Fremont 50-48 the night after Menlo had lost 58-49 in the semifinals. Last week, Jefferson defeated Woodside by a 74-49 match score to reach this game. Menlo played Woodside 4 times, losing by 1 point once and winning by 20 another time. So that kind of logic can't really be used to determine the favorite, although it's generally agreed that Jefferson is the favorite tonight. Menlo has to stop Jefferson in 2 areas tonight if they want to win this game. Rebounding and defense have been Jefferson's strength all year. And to try to stop those assets of the Indians, Coach Al Klein is going to put Menlo in a sagging defense in the middle today, try to force Jefferson to the perimeter and make them take the outside shot and try to beat them to the board so Jefferson doesn't get the second and third shot, which they get so often. On offense, Menlo will have to break Jefferson's aggressive press. And in order to do that, they're going to have to outlet the ball quickly and get it across midcourt, where Jefferson's half-court defense isn't nearly as impressive in Menlo's, as far as Menlo is concerned, as their press is. So, as we approach this game, one has to keep in mind that although it is an important matchup for both teams, it isn't the end of the road. The winner plays tomorrow night at Independence High School in San Jose against either Aptos or Gilroy, who are also playing tonight. And they'll be tipping off to see who gets that privilege and the Peninsula bragging rights in just a couple of minutes.
I can't believe that person was my teacher last year. This is chemistry teacher.
Introductions for the Menlo Knights first. Drew Ferrando, starting at the guard. Junior has averaged 5 points a game through the 2 playoff games before tonight. Other guard will be 6'2", senior John Pay, 27 points in the 55-42 win over Fremont Christian that got them here. 6'7", junior Eric Reveno at center. Eric will be playing an important role tonight. He's got to get the rebounds, keep Jefferson off the boards. Brian Protiva at guard. One of Menlo's great defensive strengths. Number 22, Matt Halpern, has really come through in the playoffs so far with 2 of his best games of the season. That's the starting lineup for the Knights. Now for the Jefferson Indians of Daly City. At guard, 5'9" Stephen Arsenault, averaged 10.3 points per game for the year. Taru Davenport at 6'2", a senior, 15.3 points per game, the leading scorer for Jefferson. Bill Anderson at center, their tallest player among the starters, is 6'4". Willie Butler, a forward. And 6'1" forward, number 32, Tyrese Knox, at 10.8 per game average. That's the starting lineup for the Indians. We'll be ready to tip off in just a moment. Menlo in the blue uniforms tonight. The Jefferson Indians in the white tops. We're ready to tip off. This is Anderson and Revenue at midcourt, and we're underway. And the tip-off is loose and is off. Anderson and Menlo will get possession to open the game. Matt Halpern inbounds it. He's averaging 12.5 points per game in the 2 playoff games. This is Ferrando Davenport guarding him. Halpern on top, gets it low to Revenue. Revenue pumps once and throws up an air ball. Protiva's there and the ball's loose underneath. And traveling called on Butler as he steps out of bounds. Eric Menlo will be looking for the short shots. Eric Revenue was telling me today that they want to get the 5 to 7 foot range shots. They're going to be looking for the short ones. They don't want to give Jefferson the rebound if they can help it. And the longer shots give the longer rebounds. Jefferson gets those and they're off to the races. Jefferson coming out to the perimeter to meet Menlo on defense. Menlo working it patiently as they should. Now the pass is deflected and Pay steals it from behind, but he's called for the foul on Arsenault. Pay picks up the penalty. First foul on John Pay. This is Arsenault with the dribble on top. The shot by Butler is good. Butler from the free throw line. Willie Butler gets the first 2 points of the game with 7 minutes to go. Immediately Jefferson in the press. Ferrando trying to bring it up. Coach Alkline yelling dribble, and now there's a foul by Arsenault on Pay. That'll help them bring the ball up court. Cheer that went up in the background just a moment ago is because the Menlo male cheerleader battalion just entered. Menlo inbounding, new 10-second count now, and Jefferson lays off on the press. Ferrando brings it across midcourt. Protiva down low to Pay. Pay pumps once, goes up over Butler and lays it in from the right side. John Pay with the first 2 points of the night for Menlo. Stephen Arsenault on top. Menlo sagging towards the middle as Coach Alkline planned. Revenue intimidates on Butler, shot up by Arsenault. Butler gets the rebound, but his shot is no good. Revenue rebounds, Ferrando picks up the loose ball. Jefferson did pick up one offensive rebound on that possession. It didn't hurt Menlo, though. Ferrando to Pay. Pay drives the baseline, tries to dish back out to Revenue, but it's batted away. This is Arsenault on the drive all the way. Over Ferrando, it's in and out. Rebound for Jefferson. 2 offensive rebounds, and this time the tip goes. Davenport on the tip. Teru Davenport picks up his first 2 points of the night. They press again. Pay gets it across midcourt. He's got a 3-on-2. He drives into the lane. He goes up, dishes to Revenue. Revenue with the 8-footer from left baseline is short. Rebound for Butler. They're on the break. This is Arsenault. He's got help. He dishes to Davenport. Davenport's intimidated by Pay, and the ball's off. Butler and Menlo will get it back. Great defense by John Pay. John Pay hustling back to stop the 3-on-1, and he knocked the ball out of Teru Davenport's hands as he tried to go up for the layup. Menlo only trails 4-2. Though they've been dominated on the board so far, they've been fortunate that Jefferson hasn't been putting the points in. Pay pumps once from the left baseline. Halper knocked down in the lane, no call. He gets up. Protiva puts the shot up. It's partially blocked from the right baseline. Bryan had a little hesitation. He gets the ball back, lays it up, no good. Tipped by Protiva, no good. He gets another rebound, and they call a jump ball. Protiva and Anderson on the tip. Protiva wins it. Anderson has 3 inches on him, but Protiva won the tip for Menlo. Protiva on top. He's got Revenue in the lane. Revenue spins once, lays it in from 3 feet away. Revenue faked the spin to the left, spun to the end of the lane and to the right. Had an easy shot. Ties up the game at 4. 4:28 remaining in the first quarter. Davenport from outside left side And on the rebound, Butler with the foul over Halpern's back. Two team fouls now on Jefferson on the inbound. The ball's loose, but Ferrando picks up the loose ball. Pay's got it in midcourt, and Jefferson falls off. They're only pressing with 2 men so far. Menlo may not have seen the worst of that press yet. Halpern with the bounce pass to Pay. Pay spin dribble, lays it up. Oh, a great shot by John Pay. Spin dribble. Got one man up in the air and put the right-hand layup in from the left side. He was under the glass, but hooked the arm around. This is Arsenault. Arsenault with the shot from baseline, no good. Pay on the rebound. Pay's got a 3-on-1. He goes to Protiva. Protiva lays it up, no good. Revno comes down with it. He loses the ball. Arsenault's all alone. Arsenault dribbles it off his knee. Menlo's getting the breaks right now, and it may pay off later if they start playing better ball. Revno with another rebound, and that gives him 3. Had the ball stolen as soon as he came down with it, though. Halpern's got the shot on the left baseline. He puts it up. It's too hard, and it comes back. Went too hard off the far rim, but it came back. Got some glass and some more iron before it went down. 8-4. Menlo's on top by 4. 3:18 left. Arsenault with the ball on top. This is Knox. Knox shoots up an air ball, and Protiva comes down with it. Protiva's got a 3rd rebound. Jefferson shooting has not been even average so far. Menlo's been doing a good job keeping them off the offensive board since the first possession, and maybe that's why Jefferson's gotten the points earlier this year, is because they've gotten so many chances to shoot. This is Revno, too hard off the back rim. This is Davenport. Davenport with the drive on Protiva. Protiva makes him pull up. Davenport into the lane, goes to Knox. Knox underneath. It's swatted away by Revno. Revno with his first block of the night, and Arsenault loses the ball out of bounds. And thus far tonight, it has been Menlo that has been intimidating the opponent, not Jefferson. Mike Alexander is number 30. I've been referring to him as Arsenault. Alexander in for Arsenault. And now Protiva tries to hand it to Ferrando, and it goes off Ferrando's knee. Eric Barabin into the game now for Jefferson. Indians substituting much more freely than Menlo will, for sure. Knox puts up another air ball from the right baseline. That's twice he's done it, but the offensive rebound, that's Barabin. Barabin comes down with it and pulls Jefferson back to within 2 points. Now they've got 3 men on the press. Ferrando dribble drive past Davenport. Davenport almost steals from behind. Now they slow it down. Jefferson in a man-to-man defense on the half-court D. Down low it goes to Pay. Pay spins it left of the lane. It's no good. Offensive rebound for Protiva. Menlo counters on the offensive boards. Protiva, not noted for his rebounding, more for his defense, has crashed the boards for 4 tonight. And he turned it into 2 that time. Davenport, intimidated by Protiva, throws up a brick. On the rebound is loose. Davenport to Barabin. Barabin throws up a line drive. No good. Barabin gets his own rebound, lays it up again. This time it's Revno and Knox who come down with it. And we'll have another jump ball. 1:24 remaining. It's 10-6 for Menlo. Revno with 6 inches over Knox has no trouble winning it 3-on-1. This is Protiva in the middle. Protiva bounce pass to Pay. Pay lays it up left hand, no good. Gets his own rebound back. Pumps once, goes to Ferrando outside, and now they'll wait for Revno. Pay with his first rebound. Alkline calls out the play, and Ferrando looking to the middle, dribbles the ball off his left foot, bounces back from it. Ferrando kept his chin up. They've got a 4-point lead, 1 minute left. Knox with the ball right baseline. This is Alexander. Alexander drives, lays it up in the air over Revno, and the rebound is for Jefferson. A hook by Knox is partially blocked by Revno, and they get another offensive rebound, but it's Protiva with the steal. Protiva fakes once on Arsenault and drives past into the basket. Hesitation on the dribble at the top of the key. Froze Arsenault just for a moment so he could drive past him and get his second bucket of the night. Protiva with the steal on the length of the court drive. It's 12-6, 27 seconds. Menlo unexpectedly up on top by 6. Menlo collapses in the 1-3-1 into the lane. Jefferson holding the ball on the perimeter. They'll wait for the last shot. Menlo will not come out to meet them. They're going to stay in the middle, force Jefferson to take that perimeter shot. We're down to 10 seconds. Now it's Alexander with the ball. This is Arsenault. Arsenault, top of the key, puts up a bomb. No good. 1 second left. Knox puts it up in the right baseline, and it's no good. And we are at the end of the first quarter. And unexpectedly, Menlo has jumped out to the lead after 8 minutes of play. It's the Knights 12 and the Indians 6. Okay, what do we got? 4. So we open the second quarter. Bob Fitzpatrick has entered the game for Drew Ferrando. And this time, Bill Anderson controls the tip. And Alexander almost loses it in the corner. He's pressured by Pay. Now he gives to Knox. Knox from the right perimeter, a 12-footer off the rim. No good, but up for the offensive rebound is Barabin. Menlo's got to keep them outside. They've got to get position underneath the boards. As always, of course, but especially tonight because Jefferson is so effective on those offensive boards. That's 3 buckets they've got tonight out of 4. They came off of offensive rebounds. Revno with the spin dribble on an air ball on the layup. Didn't seem to know how close he was to the basket. And there's a foul called on Menlo on the rebound. Protiva called for the foul, his first personal. Now Fitzpatrick coming out farther than Menlo did in the first quarter. Down low goes to Butler. Butler drives to the hoop and gets a crawl over the rim, and Jefferson scores the first 4 points of the second quarter. They've closed it to 12-10. Butler now has 4 points. Pay holding it on top now. As he always does when Ferrando is out, he moves to point guard. Revno, he's got the shot, he takes it, and it's short off the rim. Revno seeming to be a little hesitant on his shots tonight. He gets the offensive rebound, but he can't put up the tip. Arsenault goes to Alexander, and Alexander is fouled by Fitzpatrick as he goes to the basket. He ties the game up and has a chance to get the 3-point play to put Jefferson in the lead. They use Alexander at the line, trying to convert the 3-point play. It's no good. Halpern gets his first rebound of the night. And Jefferson eases up on the press. So far, they haven't been pressing too heavily. At least not as heavily as I expected. Protiva drives to the baseline, puts up the shot. It's good. Protiva's got 6, most points of anyone for Menlo so far. Alexander drives to the basket, lays it up high over Revno. Alexander was the leading scorer for Jefferson last week against Woodside. He came through with 18. He's got 4 tonight. Fitzpatrick double teamed in the corner, bounce pass to Halpern. Revno low post on the right side of the key. Menlo clears out. He's got a lot of room. Now Protiva moves to the right side. Halpern on top, looks for Revno. He's got Fitzpatrick at the baseline. Fitzpatrick's shot is in and out from the baseline. Now they've got the break for Jefferson. Arsenault going all the way, and he loses the dribble again. That's twice Steve Arsenault has done that on the dribble. He looked up, he had a man there, and he seemed to be looking up to see if he wanted to dish it off to him rather than go to the basket himself, and he lost it out of bounds. Now they've got 3 men on the press again. Menlo being patient. Fitzpatrick has a clear lane, and he brings it across midcourt. Pay knocks Alexander down. He gets by 2 men. He's driving all the way to the hoop. He dishes to Revno, and they call the charge on Pay. They call the charge on Pay. A very dubious call, but John's not arguing it too much, so maybe so, although it's not John's nature to argue either. Pay picks up his second personal foul. Be devastating to Menlo if he had to leave because of foul trouble. John, more than any other player on the team and more than most any on the peninsula, is able to control the tempo of the game. Something Menlo desperately needs to do tonight is to keep this game from getting too fast. Fitzpatrick picks up his second foul, and that's 5 team fouls now on Menlo. Davenport hits the first. Revenue gets in position and gets the rebound. 5 on the night for Eric. He's had 15 in each of the first 2 playoff games. Pay needs some help in the backcourt. He's got 2 men on him, and the pass batted away, but Revenue comes to get it. Halpern looking for a pass. He finds Protiva. Protiva's at the top of the key. Bounce pass to Pay. Pay drives the line, puts up an 8-footer, crawls over the basket. No good. Protiva makes the steal and lays it in. Twice now. Brian Protiva has made steals and gone all the way for the basket, though. That time he didn't have far to go. About 2 feet. Alexander puts up the perimeter shot. No good. Revenue's got the break. It's Protiva. He's all alone. And he scores it. Brian Protiva, 10 points in the first half for Menlo. Really picking up the slack is Brian. Now Revenue comes out on top, and Menlo's in more of a 1-2-2. Davenport, a perimeter shot, no good. Long rebound. This comes to Alexander, and his shot is good from the baseline. Alexander has 6 now, the leading scorer for Jefferson. Menlo holds an 18-17 lead. 3:30 left, second quarter. Halpern's got Pay on the baseline. Pay beats his man, puts up one off the backboard. Right hand scoop, good. Right hand sidearm shot from about 5 feet away off the backboard. John Pay gives Menlo a 3-point lead. 6 points for John on the night. Alexander driving to the basket from the left baseline. He puts up another one. Alexander seems to be the hot hand tonight for Menlo. 20-19. Pay with it behind the back dribble. He's fouled from behind by Alexander. No call. Revenue talking to Halpern talking to Barabin. Pay whips the pass out to Revenue. It's stolen. This is Barabin on the drive. He's got Ferrando in his way, and he misses the layup, and Revenue comes down with the rebound. Revenue walks, and there was a late call, but they finally did call it. They don't know what's going on at the other end. And Jefferson will take the ball over. Timeout for Menlo with 2:36 remaining in the half, and they've lost 5 points off their first quarter lead. It's 20-19 for the Knights. Jefferson to inbound, trailing by 1 point. Only 2 team fouls on Jefferson to this point. 5 on Menlo. Arsenault with the ball on top. Alexander has 8 points. Davenport the leading scorer, but has only 3 tonight, or 2 tonight. And there's a foul underneath. And that one is called on Revenue underneath on the rebound. That'll take Tyrese Knox to the line. Revenue's first foul of the night. Knox gets his first point of the night. He averaged almost 11 for the regular season. Second one no good. Revenue comes down with the 7th rebound of the night. There's a loose ball. Ferrando picks it up. He's got a 3-on-1 bounce pass down low to Protiva, and Protiva's fouled as he goes to the basket by Bill Anderson. The center Protiva will go to the line. He's got 10 already tonight. First Menlo player to visit the line tonight. Protiva's got 2, and he hits the first one. 11 first half points for Brian Protiva already. Brian's averaged 10.5 for the 2 playoff games, so he's already over that. His second one is no good. And it's a 1-point lead for Menlo again, 21-20, 2:12 left. Alexander walks as he goes to the basket. He seemed to hit a slick spot in the floor as he tried to cut towards the lane and was called for traveling. Menlo take over, 2:10 remaining, first half. Menlo almost used their 5 seconds up, knocks the ball away. Protiva gets it. Ferrando driving to the lane, bounce pass to Revenue down low. Ignores the baseline shot, puts it on the floor, now out to Ferrando. They clear the lane. They're going into the 4 corners. Pay drives to the lane, lose the ball, bounce pass to Halpern. Halpern goes up with the ball and gets caught in the air with it. They're going to call a jump ball, apparently. Someone must have fought him for possession and gotten it while Matt was in the air. Alexander and Halpern go up. The ball almost goes out of bounds, but Protiva keeps it in. See if they go back to the corners immediately. They do. Protiva sees an opening, drives to the lane, gives to Revenue. Revenue, another short shot after pumping his man into the air. Eric having trouble with the baseline shots, and Knox misses the layup but gets his own tip. Might have been Davenport over him. That makes it 22-21. Jefferson's got the lead for the first time since the beginning of the first quarter. Pay drives all the lane and it's knocked away. This is Alexander. They've got a 3-on-2. It goes to Arsenault. Arsenault from the baseline. In and out, no good. Pay with the rebound. Pay to Ferrando on the break, and Drew lays it in for his first points tonight. Menlo goes on top 23-22. We're under 1 minute to play. A 1-point lead for the Knights. Brian Protiva smiling at Saru Davenport on defense. Maybe Brian knows something we don't know. It'd be nice. An air ball thrown up by Bill Anderson. Pay comes down with the ball again. Menlo's going to work for one shot. 40 seconds left. They'll go to the corners now. Pay usually operates in the middle, but this time it's Protiva moving to the middle. Jefferson can actually afford a foul without sending Menlo to the line. Now there's 17 left. Protiva on the dribble, drives into the lane, and it's passed off of Jefferson player's foot. 10 seconds are left now. Menlo retains possession. They have a 1-point lead. If they can hold it for the final 10 seconds, they'll go into the locker room with the lead, whether they hit the shot or not. Willie Butler into the game for Eric Barabin for Jefferson. Pay's got the ball on top, lobs it to Revenue, giving it to Pay. Pay pulls it away. Now he's with the dribble, turnaround jump from the baseline, and it's in! And time runs out on Jefferson. A great shot by John Pay, a turnaround jumper from about 13 feet away on the right baseline. Caps an auspicious first half for Menlo. Brian Protiva jumps and touches the rim for emphasis as Menlo leaves the court. We're halfway through the Division II North Championship, and the surprising Menlo Knights lead the Jefferson Indians by the score of 25-22. Menlo male cheerleaders doing their infamous routine at halftime and leading the cheers for Menlo. Menlo has reason to cheer right now as we start the second half. They've got a 3-point lead over the number 1 CCS team, the Jefferson Indians. It's 25-22. Menlo was led in the scoring by Brian Protiva in the first half. Brian picked up 11 points. John Pay had 8. Eric Revena only 2. His shooting touch is off tonight, but he did pick up 7 rebounds, which is where he's most valuable to Menlo against these Indians. Drew Ferrando, Matt Halperin also had 2 points. Mike Alexander led Jefferson. He had 8. Same lineup in for Menlo as we start the second half. Anderson and Reveno on the tip. Anderson jumps quickly and gets it. This is Davenport driving to the basket quickly. He's mobbed by 3 men, and Butler comes down with the rebound and misses it, and there's a foul on the rebound. Butler missed his return. Knox got another offensive rebound. Reveno picks up his second foul, first of the half for Menlo. Butler's having trouble getting it in, and he uses up his 5 seconds. He couldn't get it in. He got it into Anderson, but the ref said his 5 seconds were up, and Menlo will get possession. Three on one for Menlo. Pay pulls up, 12-footer, crawls over, it's good. 10 points for John Pay. Pay also had 3 rebounds in the first half, Protiva 4. Protiva also made 2 steals, which led to his own baskets. This is Knox. Davenport spins, turns around, throws it underneath. Butler is fouled from behind by Pay. John Pay picks up his 3rd foul early here in the second half. This could be costly to Menlo. He may have to sit. Butler going to the line for Jefferson. Had 4 first half points. Menlo a 5-point lead right now. Pay remains in the game for the moment. Two for 2 for Willie Butler. He's got 6 points on the night now. Cuts the lead back down to 3. It's 27-24. Protiva on the long pass from Pay, pulls up. Protiva got the baseline jumper, no good. Rebound for Butler. Butler almost walks, and they called the foul on Reveno. Reveno was behind Butler. Butler pulled up, and Reveno stumbled across him. And Reveno now has 3 fouls, and Menlo could be in deep trouble. Reveno and Pay, both 3 fouls. And quickly 3 team fouls in the first minute of the second half. Reveno and Pay are going to have to avoid any more contact. Arsenault's got the shot of 17-footer, no good. Another offensive rebound. Anderson's shot doesn't go, but Butler gets the tip. 2 more offensive rebounds on the possession. Menlo's got to keep them out. They have to get position. 27-26. So far they've been lucky that Jefferson hasn't been shooting well. If Jefferson starts, it'll mean real trouble unless Menlo can keep them off the boards. Protiva drives into the lane, bounce past Ferrando. Ferrando brings it back out to Pay, and they want to go to the corners. And the steal by Davenport. Davenport steals from Protiva. Turnabout is fair play, and he misses the shot, but Knox gets it back and puts it in. A 1-point lead for Jefferson. 3rd time tonight they've had a lead. They haven't had a lead bigger than 2. May have been 4, it may have been 6-2 early in the first quarter. It's 28-27 now. Halperin with the ball, finds Protiva. Protiva lob pass to Reveno. Reveno turnaround, lays it in from 5 feet. Jefferson seems intent on keeping Menlo off the free throw line because they're not challenging real closely on close shots like that. For Reveno, Pay comes down with the rebound. Pay bringing it up himself. It's 29-28 for Menlo. Jefferson's press still not as impressive as I anticipated. Could be Menlo's doing a good job of breaking it. That's all on Reveno again. Gets the bounce pass in the lane, spins and throws it in from about 4 feet away. 31-28 is the 3-point lead. Eric Revenot has 4 points in the second half, twice as many as he's had in the first. Now Revenot's on top on defense. Come back out into the 1-2-2 with Revenot on top. Knox has the ball. Arsenault from the free throw line, swatted away by Revenot. He's got 2 blocks in the night. Pay fouls Arsenault. No call. Pay on the break. Arsenault from behind him, and Pay maintains possession and lays it in. John Pay had the ball knocked loose by Arsenault, but had the adeptness to hold on to the ball, juggle it on the way to his basket, and still had managed to shovel it in somehow. And he's got 12 points on the night. And with 4.5 minutes left in the third quarter, Menlo's pushed the lead to 5. It's 33-28. Barabin into the game. Alexander, Butler, Knox, and Davenport round out the lineup for Jefferson. Davenport, 18-footer, almost an air ball. Protiva gets it on the bounce. Protiva outlet to Pay. Pay brings it down court, drives into the lane. He's got Ferrando. Ferrando pumps once and brings it back out. Couldn't get Barabin up in the air. Protiva's got room, drives to the basket, and he's fouled on the way up. He unloaded it to Revenot, but Davenport came down right on top of him. They're not going to give him a shooting foul. First team foul. Protiva will inbound from underneath. Protiva finds Ferrando on top. Out on the perimeter. Slow dribble. Alexander to meet him. Pay's got Revenot. Revenot makes a move towards the basket, pulls it back out to Pay. Jefferson remains in the man-to-man. Pay goes to Revenot. Revenot from the baseline, and he hits it this time. Revenot, this time not hesitating, going straight to the basket, and he may have his confidence up. He looked a little shaky at the start. He's got 6 points in the quarter, 8 on the game. Menlo's got a 7-point lead. Ferrando makes the steal this time. Protiva's got Halpern. He hits him. Halpern drives to the basket and lays it in. A 7-point lead. It's a 9-point lead. That ups it from 7 to 9. It's 37-28, the biggest lead of the night for Menlo. Matt Halpern, 4 points in the night. He had that breakaway long before Protiva saw him, and he screamed for it. Now for Halpern on top. Revenot on top, knocks it away from Alexander. Davenport loses it. Revenot knocks it away again. Jefferson's getting shaky on offense. They may be ready to break unless they can compose themselves here. Menlo's got a 9-point lead, 2:50 remaining. Davenport on the perimeter. They remain 1-2-2. Double teamed is Alexander. He can't find anyone. Now he's got Knox. Knox goes up in the lane, intimidated by 2 men. Barely gets iron. Davenport on the rebound, drives to the basket. It's too hard. Revenot comes away with the rebound. Protiva's all alone. Protiva goes to the basket, misses the layup, and Protiva fouls Barabin on the way down. Protiva got a little off stride, had to take 2 long strides to the basket and couldn't lay it in to give Menlo an 11-point lead. 4 team fouls now on Menlo. Jefferson brings the ball up court. This is Arsenault. Barabin, Alexander, Knox. Alexander gets it swatted away by Revenot again. Revenot on top is... And now Barabin, or Alexander, travels trying to drive to the basket. Tried to draw the foul. Couldn't do it. Protiva to inbound. Ferrando falls down but doesn't walk. He does a good job of getting it to Protiva. Protiva looks for the man behind him. Make sure he doesn't get it stolen from behind. Ferrando with the ball again. Protiva on the perimeter. Puts it on the floor once. Pay. Looks for the lane, can't find it. Protiva right side angle, he's got Pay down low. Pay from 10 feet, turnaround, it's rejected by Knox. Arsenault to Barabin, Barabin drives and lays it in. Ends a string of 10 straight points for Menlo. They had been behind 28-27, gone on top 37-28. It's now 37-30. 1:20 to go in the quarter. Pay drives all the way to the basket. He's kicking down, and Halpern's taken down on the rebound again. No call. Now it's Alexander driving the lane, and someone's called for the reaching foul. It's Protiva. Protiva picks up his third. Now it's Protiva, Reveno, and Pay all with three, and Menlo cannot afford to lose any of them. 1:10 remaining. It's 37-30 Menlo. Now we're in bonus situation for Jefferson, and Alexander will go to the line. Alexander 1-1, first one to round it in. 6-point lead for Menlo. Two for two, Alexander has 10, 37-32. Protiva's got the breakaway, goes to the hoop, and he lays it in this time. This time, no doubt about it. He caught Willie Butler underneath, hesitating for a moment, and he went straight to the basket and laid it in. First points of the second half after Protiva had 11 in the first half. John Pay has picked up the slack in the third quarter so far, but Protiva's the leading scorer. He has 13, Pay has 12. 45 seconds left. It's a 7-point lead for Menlo. They led by 3 at halftime. It was 28-25. Reveno almost makes a steal on top. Knox puts up a 14-footer, and it's down 39-34. Knox wasn't hitting the shots in the first half. May have his touchback now. Again, the three-man press. Ferrando to Pay. Pay's got a 3-on-2, pulls up on top of the key. Back on top to Ferrando. They're going to four corners. Going to four corners, one shot, 17 seconds left. Pay with the dribble on top, 14 seconds. Ferrando looks at the clock, bounces to Pay. Pay is fouled by Knox as he tries to drive towards the hoop. 9 seconds left, Menlo will inbound. It's only the second team foul. 9 seconds left, Menlo to inbound. Pay on top, lob to Reveno. Reveno fakes to Pay, drives to the hoop, puts it up too hard. Reveno gets it back, 3 seconds left, he's fouled and he puts it in. 41-34, 7-point lead. Reveno has a chance for a 3-point play. Offensive rebound on that one for Reveno. 2 seconds remain in the third quarter. Menlo leads 41-34. Reveno on the line, tries to make it an 8-point lead. It's too short, but time's going to run out on Jefferson before they can get the shot up. Alexander almost puts it in, but time had run out. And in the third quarter, Menlo pushes their lead from 3 to 7 after falling behind by 1 point early. There's only 8 minutes left for Menlo, and they lead 41-34. Coach Al Klein sitting down on the bench as we open the fourth quarter. Klein's strategy has worked so far. Menlo has a 7-point lead. Bud Bresnahan facing the possibility of his team's first loss of the year after 28 straight victories. Jefferson again unanimously picked as the #1 team in the CCS week after week. Only one time were they not unanimous in the last weeks of the season. Fitzpatrick's in for Ferrando. Protiva with the turnaround from the right baseline. It's an air ball. Anderson comes down with it. Anderson to Alexander. Alexander looks to drive to the basket, can't get it. His lane is cut off by Halpern. They continue on the 1-2-2. Reveno with the defense on top. Alexander drives the baseline, puts one up from about 12. It crawls over, no good. Protiva comes down with the rebound. He's got 6. Reveno unofficially has 9 rebounds through 3 quarters. Menlo leads 41-34. Davenport fouls Protiva, fouls Pay from behind. You could hear the contact of skin on skin, but there was no call again. Pay drives to the hoop, lays it up high off the glass. It's good. John Pay, 14 points on the night. Spin dribble along the baseline, tiptoed along the baseline, got underneath the glass, laid it up high off the glass over Davenport. This is Arsenault. He cans it from the right baseline. 43-36. Inbound to Fitzpatrick. They've got 4 men on the press for the first time. Halpern in the forecourt. Double teams. Got Fitzpatrick, whips it to Revenant. Revenant hesitates, goes up from about 6 on the left baseline. 45-36, it's a 9-point lead. That equals Menlo's biggest spread of the night. Eric Revenant's scoring has gotten going. This time it's Barabin and throws one up off the glass on the left side. Revenant's performance tonight has been similar to that he had against Half Moon Bay in the first playoff game. In that game, he didn't score at all in the first quarter and ended up with 20. In this game, he only had 2 in the first half, but now he has 12. Pay has 14, Protiva 13. Halpern on top. Down low, Revenant, good. Revenant got the great offensive positioning on Anderson, so when he got the pass, he could just spin to the basket, and he was inside. Anderson couldn't do anything unless he wanted to foul him from behind. Revenant going to the basket with a vengeance now. He's got 14. Arsenault again. This time it's in and out. Protiva comes down with the rebound. Brian Protiva has been greatly effective on the boards tonight. It's a 9-point lead again, 47-38. A lot of contact on the floor. Referees are not calling much. And now there's a foul on Alexander. Blocking foul as Protiva tried to drive by him. There's going to be a timeout. There's 5:10 remaining in this Division II North Championship game. Menlo retains its lead. It's up to 9 points as it's 47-38 for the Knights. A concerned Bud Bresnahan across the way, trying to find the key to release his team from this 9-point deficit. He's only got 5 minutes and 10 seconds to find it. Menlo's strategy has worked to a T tonight so far, although Jefferson's poor shooting has helped. Davenport makes the steal. He's got 2 men in front of him. He drives to the basket, and they call the blocking foul on Protiva. Protiva picks up his 4th, I believe. Teru Davenport going to the line. He's got 5 on the night. Averaged over 15 during the regular season. Brian Protiva now has 4 fouls that will remain in the game. 4:58 left. Davenport hits the first. Menlo in the bonus, or Jefferson rather, in the bonus situation right now. Menlo needs 1 more Jefferson foul before they can reach that state themselves. Menlo's lead is 7. It's 47-40. Pay whips it into the forecourt. And they're going to the corners. We'll have to see how long they're willing to stick in this. They haven't done it much tonight, even though their lead has been up as high as 9. Now it's Pay. He's released underneath and lays it up with the left hand. Revenant in the corner. Pay working in the middle as he often does in the 4 corners, and with great effectiveness right there as he got free underneath. At 4 corner spreads Jefferson defense. Davenport going to the line, looking for the shot. It's knocked away. They call the foul on Protiva, and he's going to be gone. Brian Protiva will exit with 4:23 remaining after a 13-point night. And Protiva gets a good hand for the night. Brian Protiva, 13.7 rebounds unofficially. But this will be a key moment for Menlo now. They hold a 9-point lead, 4:23 left. We'll have to see who's sent in. Fitzpatrick is going to enter the game, and they'll be essentially playing with 3 guards. Pay will probably move to the forward position, although they can ill afford to lose him as a ball handler. Have to see what they're planning here. Apparently Fitzpatrick will certainly be at guard. He's hanging back on defense. It's hard to tell yet what they're trying to do. Davenport hits the first free throw, cuts the lead to 8. Menlo will be forced to play more than 4 minutes with what amounts to a makeshift lineup and a 7-point lead. And they go to the corners again. Pay in the middle. Ferrando and Fitzpatrick at midcourt, and Reveno and Halpern down low. Jefferson can't foul without giving Menlo the bonus, but Arsenault makes the steal. He's got Ferrando to cut him off, and he missed the layup. He missed the left-hand layup. Pay comes down with the rebound. Pay released to Fitzpatrick, to Halpern. Halpern's hacked, and they make the call. The call on Davenport, it was actually the wrong call from my vantage point. It looked like Knox who had made the foul, but that'll put Menlo in the bonus situation, and Halpern should go to the line. Pay and Ferrando both hang back. Apparently, if anyone's playing forward out of Ferrando, Pay, and Fitzpatrick, it must be Fitzpatrick. He's under the boards right now. Halpern hits 2 of 2 clutch free throws for Matt Halpern. Halpern has 6. 3:40 remain. Menlo leads by 9 again. Jefferson can't afford to hold the ball too long. Reveno jumping about with abandon on top. Davenport off-balance jumper off the front rim, no good. Menlo loses the rebound out of bounds. 3.5 minutes remain, a 9-point lead. Barabin inbounds to Arsenault. John Pay and Eric Reveno can ill afford fouls either. They've both got 3. Protiva is enough. Menlo can't lose either one of those two. Knox puts one up, intimidated by Reveno. It's no good. Pay comes down with the rebound. He's got 7. He brings the ball up court himself. Bounce pass to Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick is fouled, and he'll go to the line. Fitzpatrick hits the first. Bobby Fitzpatrick hasn't had much playing time this year, but he hits a clutch free throw in the pressure situation. First point of the night for Bob. A 10-point lead, the biggest of the night. The second one's hard off the back rim. Reveno controls the tip. What a key rebound for Eric Reveno. Gives him 10 on the night. They go to the corners immediately. Pay drives the lane, gives to Reveno. Reveno back out to Fitzpatrick. Under 3 minutes to play. Menlo holds a 10-point lead. Halpern in the corner, hesitates, goes to Pay. Pay drives to the basket. Lays it in with a 2-hand scoop from the waist, right from the hip. John Pay lays it in off the glass. He was right under the glass. A phenomenal night for John Pay. He's got 18, 20 points on the night for John Pay. And now Alexander lays it in on the other end, cuts it down to 10 again. John Pay, 20 points, 7 rebounds. Ferrando gets the bounce pass to Halpern. Halpern holds it. He's hounded by 3 men, and there's a foul called on Barabin, and Halpern will go to the line again. 2:16 remaining. Menlo only minutes away from locking this up. Halpern with 6 points in the night, hits the first end of a 1-and-1. He's got 7. 55-44. Menlo's cool under pressure has been highly impressive, hitting the free throws down the stretch. Menlo calls timeout. They're on the verge of celebrating on the other side, but they can't quite yet. 2:16 remaining. Menlo leads at 56-44. Jefferson working the ball. Davenport hesitates, puts up one, no good off the front rim, and Reveno comes down with the rebound and has it knocked away. Menlo inbound. 2:04 left. Fitzpatrick finds Reveno after almost using up his 5 seconds. Ferrando puts it on the floor. What's happened tonight, interestingly enough, is that the running team has been outrun. Menlo's been the team scoring the breakaways. Alexander's called for the foul. Fitzpatrick will go to the line again. Menlo's got a 12-point lead and looking to make it more. Fitzpatrick hits the first. Fitzpatrick 3 of 4 from the line tonight. Menlo leads by 14. Less than 2 minutes to go. They're just looking to play close defense but not to foul. Jefferson's panicking, throwing up shots from anywhere. They really have to, though. Bounce pass from Pay to Ferrando. Ferrando's fouled on his way to the hoop. He'll go to the line. 1:42 left. Menlo's starting to run away with it. Incredible performance tonight by the Knights. They lead the number 1 CCS team by 14 points. Ferrando misses the first. He's got another coming. Ferrando misses both shots, but Jefferson comes down with the ball. Alexander lays it in the middle of the key. 1:30 left, the lead's down to 12. Jefferson calls a timeout. 1:31 remaining, and the Knights lead is 12. It's 58-46. There's a foul called on Alexander as Menlo brings it down, and Ferrando will have another chance to go to the line. Drew Ferrando, 2 points on the night. Makes it 3. Menlo leads by 13, 59-46. Jefferson has only 1:25 to pull out a miracle finish. They've got to keep fouling Menlo to do it, and Menlo's been hitting the shots. Ferrando hits 2 of 2. He's got 4 points. 50-46. Menlo racks up 60 points against one of the league's toughest defenses. Matt Halpern comes down with the rebound, brings it up court, gives to Pay. Fitzpatrick in the corner. They're looking to avoid the foul, kill as much time as they can. Reveno's got some room. Butler knocks it away, and he's hacked from behind by Alexander. 1:05 remaining, and Menlo leads by 14. Reveno at the line. First one's way short off the rim, but he's still got 12 tonight. Outlet pass to Alexander. He's got 16 for Jefferson, the leading scorer. Puts one up from 10. It's good. 60-48. Under a minute to go. Menlo only 50 seconds away from concluding one of the biggest upsets in the CCS, certainly this year and probably in many years. Davenport called for the foul this time, and Pay will go to the line for the first time tonight. He's got 20 from the field. The lead's 13, and the fans start to leave, even on the Jefferson side. Oh, it's not 14. Pace rolls out. And John Pay, hustling the end, knocks it away from Davenport. 45 seconds remain. It's 61-48 for Menlo. Al Klein calling out no fouls. Coach Klein must certainly get a good degree of the credit for tonight's apparent victory as Alexander puts in his 20th points. Klein's defense prevented Jefferson from getting the short shots and the breakaways especially, which they like so much. And Taru Davenport draws another foul, 35 seconds left. Ferrando will go to the line again. Ferrando makes it 6. Alexander drives the length of the court and throws it in from 10 feet away. An impressive night from Mike Alexander, who has 22, and Jefferson calls timeout. 29 seconds remaining, and Menlo leads it 63-51.
That's fantastic.
Menlo inbounds. Davenport immediately slaps Ferrando on the wrist and doesn't get the call. And this time that goes against Jefferson. They want the foul. Pay unloads to Ferrando. There's only 17 seconds left. Halpern is fouled. No call on Halpern. Lofts one in from 6 feet away. There's 10 seconds left. This one is over. Alexander into the lane, puts it up. He's got another one, his 24 points. But there's 3 left. 2 and 1, and Pay throws it the length of the court, and the improbable upset is over. Brian Protiva and Eric Revenot celebrating at mid-court after Menlo's 11-point victory. Menlo finally wins it 65-54. Jefferson led only 3 times in the first half. Menlo led 28-25 at the end of the first half. Lost that lead momentarily and ran off 10 points and never looked back, as they sped on to victory 65-54, outrunning the running team. Not necessarily out-rebounding, but certainly out-shooting, and that's what it comes down to in the end. And when they had their chance to choke at the end, they made the clutch free throws, as Jefferson had to resort to fouling, and it didn't work. Menlo's lead had gotten as high as 14, never shrunk below 10 in that final stretch. And once again, the score from Skyline College and San Bruno at the Division II North Championships: Menlo Knights 65 and the Jefferson Indians 54.